Well, it's December 28th. Christmas is over. I am now in the throes of recovering from it. I love to see it come, but I love to see it go. Donald's been out of work for a few days, and so we've had some time to hang around together and just go get a few things done that we needed to get done for the first of the year, and get ready for the next year, for the upcoming year that's coming. So we've just been like closed down a little bit and running and getting some things done. I have tomorrow off, and then I'm going to run and get a few things for this cat, this new cat that we've got. It's kind of outgrown its little litter box that I've been using. These little flat cardboard boxes I've been using for a temporary litter box, just to make sure that she knows how to use it and that she can find it easily. But I've got to go pick her up another one, and I've got some things I've got to do tomorrow. And then Tuesday, the kids will be back. Our schedules will be back to normal. Now, there was some after Christmas specials. Friday, when we went and spent Christmas with Mama, I wanted to go by Hobby Lobby and just look at their sale. And, of course, if you don't get at that Hobby Lobby when that stuff all first goes on sale, it's just a bunch of picked over mess left. It's just a bunch of crowded people and not much left. I did pick up this. These are some ornaments, and they were like 60% off. So they were $8.99, so I got them for 60% off. Got them at a pretty good deal. I didn't really count to see how many is in here. I think it's 4. I love the sparkly look. And I got butterflies. There's just 4 of these in here too. That doesn't seem like a lot of ornaments, but if you space them out on your trees in the right way, I thought this would be beautiful to go with the same theme. If I decided to use that again next year, then these 2 ornaments that I got, packs of ornaments, would blend right in. Now, I didn't get a lot, even though there was things that were on sale. I didn't get a lot because I really don't have room to store a lot. I'm to the max as far as my decorations go. I did get these 2 trees. They were also on sale. Let me see how much these were. $12.99. 60 or 70% off. So I just got this one and then this real shiny metallic one. Now I do have some little trees, but I don't have a lot of those. I had them tucked here and there in my decorations, but I didn't have a lot of them. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get, a couple more of them, and I'll use them next year. So they'll be packed away soon. It was just a lot to choose from, but I didn't get a lot. I see I got this little nutcracker. Was he from Hobby Lobby? No, he was at the Goodwill. He was new, but they were selling them at the Goodwill. I thought he was adorable, so I picked him up to go in next year's stuff, and I'll just stash those new things in when I go ahead and take this tree down. I'll just stash all the new stuff in the same decorative box that I store the things in. I'm making tea. Now, I've got winter tea out here. As you can see right here, there's winter spice tea, a blend of cinnamon, ginger, and winter spices. And I have not opened it yet. During the Christmas rush, with everything being Christmas, I missed the whole coming of winter on December 21st. So December 21st was the first day of winter solstice. It's first day of winter, and I completely missed it because I was consumed with Christmas. But it is now winter here, and it was 70 degrees. Me and Donald ran through the car wash. You're going to see that in this video. It was funny. We had to go wash the car, and then he had some days off, so we went ahead and had date day early. And he had a few things to go do, and I had a few things to go do. So we got all that stuff caught up, but I got a few funny clips. I thought they were funny included here. I'm going to go ahead and make this tea. Now, I got plenty of things for Christmas. I got a lot of tea-related things. I haven't opened this tea yet, so I'll have to pull one out and... Oh, I did open it. That's good. Kitties are sitting over there on the foyer wondering what I'm doing. So you see there are 100 tea bags in here. Oh, and it smells really, really good. So I'm going to enjoy this winter tea. And I did get this cup for Christmas, which I really like it. And I know that Christmas is already over. It's got a candy cane right here, but I'm still going to use this cup for a little while. I love the word joy. And so I'm going to be enjoying this tea in this cup, even though Christmas is over. Now, you know, I like to fill my cup up. It's supposed to be about 4 ounces of water, but I like to just go ahead and have a big old mug. This is probably at least an 8-ounce mug of tea right here. So I'm going to be adding 2 tea bags to this big. Now, this is how I drink tea. I just drink it by this big old, these big old mugs here. I do have some little dainty tea cups. But usually whenever I make my tea, I make them in these big cups. So while this tea is steeping, I'm just going to share a few things with y'all. You know, I got tons and tons of little things that I use. I love practical gifts, and I love certain things, and I don't think that I'm hard to shop with or shop for. Now, this is my journal, my gardening journal for 2026. Donald bought this for me. I needed one, and he got it for me. I'm going to go ahead and put what this is here on the journal. So this is our garden journal. For the year 2026. I needed that, and he picked that up for me, and I really like it. I'm excited to use it and to start writing down some things in it, because New Year's Day will be here before we know it. Tomorrow's the 29th, and New Year's will be on a Thursday. I didn't realize it, but look, the garden journal matches the tea. Matches the winter tea. That's funny. But I did get this garden journal. Excited about it. I got our, we got Christmas fruit baskets and stuff for Christmas. And so I've got the apples and tangerines and things, the citrus, sorted out. This was all the snacks that was in the fruit basket, and then I got the apples in a whole different place because we eat a lot more apples than we do anything else. I got these stress balls, which I thought were funny. Fidget magnets, I got these. They're a good gift. I really like them. But I got all kinds of really small things, and I'll probably just be showing you over the course of whenever I use them. Yep, the journal matches the tea. The winter spice tea. We got a calendar. I just picked up this calendar at Dollar General today, and it goes from September 2025 to December 2026. And this one is America the Beautiful. Donald got his mother one too. So we've got a new calendar out for the year. We still have to have a physical calendar that we can write things down. My daughter-in-law, she finally got her book finished. She wrote a book about her life with her having her daughter with Down syndrome, and so she just wrote a book about it. A memory of a special needs mom, and so her book is out. Here is that book, the name and everything of that book. And you can buy this book on Amazon. The name of it is Sweet Girl, and it's, of course, the author is Megan Friend. And it's just a really sweet little book, very encouraging and very interesting. If you're interested in that, this is my granddaughter, my first grandchild, Madeline. And of course, Megan is her mother, and my son, Dustin, is her father. And they have had Madeline. Madeline just turned 14 on Christmas Day. So it's been a wonderful journey. If you know, you know, I introduced Madeline to all of the subscribers and to the viewers of my channel early in my channel because we love her so much. She is a interesting part of our family, a very necessary part of our family, and we have just always accepted her as the gift from God that she is. And Megan has a Facebook page about Madeline, and I think it's Finding the Pieces. And then she also has this book that she's just come out with, and you can buy this book on Amazon if you're interested. And it just has some insight, some just tells the story from that mother's perspective, and it's very enlightening, and you know, it's not depressing in any way whatsoever. We are we have always embraced Madeline just as she is, and we have always loved her like she is. She has been a blessing to us, and we love her dearly. So there is no sadness in Madeline. She did go through 2 open heart surgeries. She's been through a lot in her life, and so we always try to make things as good for Madeline as we possibly can. And she, in turn, brings a lot of joy to our life. But I thought you might be interested in that. You might be interested in reading that book. And just getting a little insight to having a special needs child in your family. You know, there's a lot of YouTube channels that have special needs members in their families, and they include them. I'm always interested to read about them, how, you know, how they fit into the families. And, you know, the Down syndrome has a specific look to their faces. And having a little Down syndrome grandchild has really just given me a love for that little face, that little personality, and it's just a very wonderful gift. Donald feels the same way. He loves her dearly, and she sure loves him. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I did get a little money for Christmas, so I had a little bit of time to go shopping. Not like I needed anything, but you know, there's a lot of good deals after Christmas. So I bought a few things, not too many things, and I did buy a new rug for the playroom because that rug had just saw a lot of use, you know, and it just felt like it was time for a new rug in there. So I did get a new rug to go in the playroom. And now I've just got to get the time to go in there and get that thing put down. And the house is kind of like a disarray because there's a lot of stuff been brought in and a lot been going on. And I haven't been giving it the attention that I normally do because I've been, you know, going and doing things with Donald. And he had to go check on the job, and he dropped me off at a Goodwill while he went and checked on the job. And I had such a good time just picking around in there and looking at a Goodwill that was not anywhere in my normal shopping area. It just seems like if you go to different towns or different cities or whatever and look at the Goodwills, they're all different. And so that one had a lot of things that mine didn't have, and I just enjoyed looking around in there and poking around until he came back and got me. And I've had a lot of good things, but I'm ready to get back into the routine. I'm ready to get back into the scheduling of things. It just, is easier if you get back into your routine, because there is just so much going on out here that, if you get out of your routine, it seems like things get off of balance a little bit. And so I've got to try to get things back into balance. I have not taken my tree down. You saw that. The tree is still up here in the living room. It's still beautiful. I'm still enjoying it. I don't know when I'll get the time to take this tree down, and I'm not going to rush it or worry about it. I'll get it down whenever it gets time to take it down, and I'm trying not to stress about all of the stuff that I've got to do. I will probably most definitely leave it up until after New Year's. Sometimes I'll take it down right the day when Christmas Day is over. I'll take the tree down either that night or the next day, just because of the space value. I've got a really small house. I know a friend of mine says, well, it doesn't look small on, when we watch your videos, your house looks bigger. And then when she came here, she was like, oh my gosh, everything is so small. And I'm like, yeah, this is a really small house. Our house is 1,100 square foot, which is an average size house. It's not really a tiny house or anything, but it's very small. And then when you get a lot of people in it, it even feels smaller. And it's a house that was built in the 80s, early 79 or 80. So its concept is a lot different from the houses that are built modernly today. We don't have an open concept, really. The living room's kind of open into the hall, but in general, each room is individual and has an individual use, and so it just seems small. My kitchen is really small, and our bathroom. Those two rooms did not get a lot of attention in the 70s. That's when people started eating out a lot, and they didn't put a lot of emphasis on those two rooms. I'm going to have to either drink my tea, like I got a frog in my throat. It's wanting to, just struggling a little bit to talk. Luckily, it's been no sickness. Thank God for that. Hadn't me or Donald, neither one of us has been sick. That's a good thing. Sometimes Christmas will bring a little bit of sickness. If I ever get sick, it's usually around Christmas. I guess it's because I may be out more and I'm around more people. I'm not sure. But I'm glad to have so far escaped any kind of flu or anything like that. I think my sister, she went through quite a bit there for a while, but she is doing much better. She's healed, and that's a good thing. I got this blanket for Christmas. I really like it. I also got this William Morris shower curtain. This style's really came back in. It's beautiful. It's a real old-fashioned style. And this is Morris and Company, the original home of celebrated British textile designer William Morris, and the company he co-founded over 160 years ago. So yeah, this is really an old style. That company was formed 160 years ago. But it's beautiful. This is just one of them. I love the colors in this. I thought this would go well with my bathroom, since my bathroom has a lot of cream. It has brown. This is natural birds and things. I just really liked it. I love the William Morris prints, and mainly it was block wallpaper that he did that started. And of course, today you can take the style and put it on all different kinds of mediums. And this is a shower curtain. I can't wait to use that after the holidays are over. If you've been following my channel and you saw me decorate the house for the holidays for Christmas, then you know that I got this shower curtain from my friend Sharon, and the kids absolutely loved it, and I loved it too. Beautiful colors, the little Christmas trees decorated all over it. It's been a real treat. And I also bought another one for myself that I really liked. And this one says is a holiday shower curtain, but you know, it doesn't really have to be for the holidays. It's a toile type curtain, and I really wanted this one because I loved the vintage look of it, and I like toile anyway, and I just thought this was a beautiful shower curtain. But when it was time to decorate the bathroom, you know, I wanted something that looked really Christmassy, and so both of these were about $20-some a piece. Well, $19.99. This one was $19.99, and this one was $19.99 from TJ Maxx. You know, I love their shower curtains. And I like Home Goods shower curtains too. They just seem to be so beautiful and have exactly what you like and what you need. Well, I didn't want to put $40 into the home decor for the bathroom for just a month or so, you know, for Christmas. And then Sharon, my friend, decided to buy this one for me for Christmas. She said, let me just solve this. I'll just buy you that for Christmas. You can just buy the one that you intended. And she got me this one, and I was very grateful for it. Sharon, we loved it. We enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And so I hung it up, and it was just a bright spot when you come into the bathroom. It was just we really enjoyed it. Well, I had intended to maybe change over in the middle, you know, of the month of December, just change over and take this one down and put this one up. But the more I looked at this one, the less Christmassy it looked. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to use this one when it's time to take down the Christmas decor. So I'm going to take this Christmas shower curtain down, and I'm going to hang this one up. This has got cardinals on it, and I don't know if you know, but the cardinal is the North Carolina state bird. It's the red bird, and they do stay here. They don't fly south for the winter. They do stay here all winter long. And if it snows and you see cardinals out in that snow, it is a beautiful sight. The cardinal's a beautiful bird. Now, it does have a few things in it like holly, but I don't think that's a big deal. I mean, when Christmas is over, you still have holly, right? So I think this will be beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the pack. I'm going to see how it looks, and I'm going to go ahead and switch it over and put this new beautiful shower curtain up. I got this one out of the pack, and I love it even more with it opened up and seeing how it is. So, well, Biscuit's in here with me. If you know, this has been the cat nursery for her since we brought her here. So I'm in here messing around, and she's wanting to know what I'm in here doing. So she's jumping around here. So if you hear her, she might even squeak a little bit. Well, here it is. Here's the new pretty shower curtain, and I really like it. And I think I'm going to leave it up for quite a while. I don't know. I'll leave it up until it's time to change it again for spring, probably. I do have a winter shower curtain that's got like a snowy scene and everything on it that I usually put up for January. But I don't know. This is so cute. I might just leave this up the whole month. I really like it. It's 90% cotton and 10% linen. So it's beautiful. I love a good fabric shower curtain. And this one is just perfect for in here. So we got that put up. Got it changed for the season. And I'm in here, and I was just, Donald and I had date day, and he was saying I'm out of cool water because, usually he takes a shower and gets ready for date day, and he wears his cool water. But he let himself run completely out. And we were just talking, if you want to know what Donald smells like, he smells like cool water unless it's hunting season. And then hunting season, he won't use anything because, he tries to cover his scent up so the deer can, so the deer won't smell him. He takes a bath in unscented, some kind of hunting body wash that washes off his scent and everything during hunting season. But normally his signature scent is cool water. That's what he's wore for decades. It's just, that's what the kids know him. They're like, oh, that smells like Dad, and that's his signature scent. And we were talking about him having a signature scent. He was saying, he's wore that for decades. It's just what he likes to wear. It's his scent. And I said, well, you'll just have to take some of your Christmas money and go get you some cool water. And it has really gone up. I'm telling you. I think it was like what we looked at was like $115 a bottle. But he's going to look at a couple of other places and see if he can find it at a better price. But we were talking, and he was like, yeah, I've got a signature scent. I wear one scent all the time. He said, but look at all that perfume you like. I do. I am a person that likes variety. That's like changing the shower curtain. You know, I like to change the shower curtain in the bathroom. It gives me a whole different look. It just brightens it up and gives me a different view. And, you know, I've got a lot of stuff in here to look at, but that just changing that shower curtain really helps me, gives me that variety that I need in here. Now, when I was a younger woman, I painted all the time. I would just paint. Donald would go to work and come back, and the whole living room or some room would just be a different color because I love the variety. I love to change things up. Well, I can't do but so much of that because, you know, when you do have a small house and when you're in it for a long time, you know what works and what does not work. You know where the couch has to go for the flow of the house to really happen, and you just know what you have to do. Now, I love aesthetics. I love to get in and change things up, not as much as I age as I did when I was a younger woman. Now, I was one of those that would just change things all the time. Making the point that I like a variety. I like to eat a variety of foods. I love a variety of decor, a variety of scents, and just you know, I really love a variety. And he was talking, well, I'll just give you a small shot of my perfumes that are here in the bathroom closet. This is just a sneak peek. And I get a lot of these for gifts. I get them from gifts from my sister, from my mother, from Donald, from my daughter. You know, I get a lot of these good gifts. And I love a variety of smells, of course. There's some that I use until they're completely gone and they don't get a chance. Donald bought me the Daisy. That's a really good perfume that I like. And then there's this one. I just love this one. It's in a little apple-shaped bottle by Nina Ricci, and this would be an evening perfume for me. I wouldn't wear this on a daily basis. It's a mature scent, and I really like it, but I have a variety of perfume. And I was trying to tell him that women have different perfumes for different things. When you're a young woman, you usually like real sweet scents, light scents, and then as you age, you get a more mature sense of smell, and you may want something that's a little different. Now, I try not to have heavy perfume. I'm not a heavy perfumed person. I have a friend, and she just really likes the perfume, and you know, that really can affect people's sinuses and allergies and things. And I'm like, 2 sprays, you get 2 sprays of happiness. That's it. You know, you can't wear any more than that. So pick where you're going to put your 2 sprays because that's all you need. And, you know, she's learning to not spritz her whole body, but just use 2 sprays. And that's my limit. I'm going to have 2 sprays. And depending on what kind of perfume it is, I'm either going to put, if it's a light one, on my body. But if it's a heavy one, then I'm going to spray it in the air and kind of walk into it. Because you want to be careful. You know, I don't want to reek of perfume. So I love perfumes, but I use them very minimally. And I have a variety because you have your daytime perfume. You wear a different daytime perfume in the summer than you do the winter because they wear different when it's hot. And you can't go wrong with Ralph Lauren. If you want to start and find a good perfume, a Ralph Lauren is a perfect perfume. I'm telling you, there's just so many good ones out there. And I love a variety. And then, you know, then you have an evening perfume if you're going to a wedding or something special and you're going out in the evening, then you have a different scent for that. And I was just trying to tell him that women have different scents, and you know, he doesn't. He just has the one cool water. But that was just, we're very different personalities. You know, Donald's just real basic. He likes what he likes, and he likes it for a long time. Lucky me, right? And then me, I just love variety. I love variety in textures, variety and change. I change things often that some people might not change very often. But budget, you know, being budget conscious and not wanting to waste, you know, I don't change as much as maybe some people, because, you know, I think, well, you know, I need to get the use out of this, or I need to be able to, you know, use it because I don't want to add anything else to the landfill, or I don't want to just be wasteful. So I'm not wasteful, but I do love a variety. And that's part of my personality that you might pick up on, and that's the reason I change my shower curtain a lot. That's the reason I change my kitchen curtains a lot. I don't change the ones in the living room as often, but I do maybe change them more than the average person would. I probably change those ones in the living room maybe 4 times a year, you know, for the seasons. And then the kitchen ones, I just change them whenever I feel like, you know, I need to see a different curtain in there. And the shower curtain, I change them at least once a month. You know, I change them for the seasons, and sometimes twice in a month, just to see a different print. But I really like this print. It's really satisfying. It's beautiful. It's right up my alley. I love toile anyway. And then I love the birds, and here's the red birds, and then you got flowers and bows, and you know, this is just beautiful. It's a beautiful shower curtain. Well, there is lots more to do around here to get caught up, to get all the Christmas stuff cleaned up, put up, and incorporated. I'll try to bring you along when I can. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to subscribe if you hadn't, share, like this video, and comment if you've got something to say. I appreciate you so much, and this channel wouldn't work without you. Like always, until next time.